just a moment. This is only the second time that we've done the sideshow, but I mean, this was necessary, guys. This is very, very necessary. Because yeah, crazy, y'all, crazy. Biden is out. We are weeks away from the Democratic nomination of the president and vice president election. I don't even know what to think. Is my microphone even on?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Your microphone is on. I could hear you.
Okay.
I mean, you could hear yourself just a second ago when I got YouTube working. YouTube was working. It just gave me a weird error. So we're all set.
I'm not plugged into my computer. I'm like, I can't hear anything on my computer.
That is correct. You cannot. But yes, guys, let me punch it up over in the Discord here that we are live, and I just sent out the main tweet from the sideshow. So make sure and go retweet it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that right now myself. All right.
I don't see us over.
Okay. Are you in the right place?
I thought I had subscribed. I don't. Try to show.
Mac Dave, I only stream new channels till you get like and I think for a little while you can only do 720 or whatever your source is. You can't change the quality. So I'm sorry about that, Mac Dave. Now we are on YouTube this time, so you might be able to go over to YouTube and change the quality down. Yes, you can change the quality on YouTube down to 144p so that if you need to watch it on your phone, you can downgrade that. I will drop the YouTube link in the chat for you.
Right.
That might work better for you, dude.
All right, Jay. Let's I can exactly what you can only go up to 720 on YouTube.
No, that wasn't the thing. Not Badfish. Mac Dave is watching on his phone. Phone has problems with 720p on Twitch. He wants to lower it.
He wants to lower it. Okay.
And until you have,
I was trying to find. I understand.
Okay.
You don't have to explain any further.
But
I was just doing something while you were explaining it, so I wasn't here all the way. But that's not what we are here to talk about. And
usually, until you become affiliate, you can't.
I know.
It's not an option for your viewers to do that. But
I know.
There is the sideshow YouTube, Mac Dave, in case that's better for you.
Hopefully, that'll help you out some, guys. This is madness. This is never happened before in American history, I don't believe, right, Jay? We have not had someone drop out weeks before.
I mean, guys, if you out there know of something this crazy in a presidential race, say the word. I mean, I mean, there are like crazy things that happen, like president dying just a few days after in office because they gave a damn speech out in the freezing cold and then died of pneumonia. But
that?
But nothing like this where. All right, malarkey. Mac Dave is on YouTube now. The malarkey is over, y'all. The malarkey's over.
I feel like the malarkey has kind of just begun. This is just so Jay and I background. We both fell in love. Often bonding. We would get off late at work as bartenders. We'd get back to the apartment, 3, 4 in the morning, and we would just turn it on to MSNBC or even, I know, God forbid, Fox News. But back then they had on a comedy show at that time in the morning. But and we would just like bond over politics and talk back and forth. And yeah, pressure from billionaire donors. Zombie, I agree.
I'm sure that was some of it, but there was pressure from all over the field on this one.
There was pressure from everywhere. I have so many mixed feelings right now, you guys. I have so many mixed feelings. Jay, you know that just last year, about a year ago now, I was mentioning the best thing that it would be for Joe to say that he's a one-term president, that we can get the primaries going, but the people still have control over who their nominee is going to be. And I am nervous that this is going to turn off a lot of voters just because of that. It's going to turn off a lot of them.
I actually think this is going to electrify the Democrats.
I'm curious to see what happens, for sure.
I mean, now that also depends on who comes out as our nominee after the convention. Because we don't know yet. Joe has endorsed Kamala. But guess what, guys? I mean, Hillary woke up like the Undertaker today. I mean, I gotta go see if there's a meme over here.
There is a meme. I seen the memes dropping of the
let's
Undertaker
type
bursting
in
out
Hillary over here.
Someone's got to like superimpose her face over it, though.
But you know, it's here we go. Yeah, here we go. Right on the screen, guys. Hillary hearing that Biden dropped out of the race.
Oh,
you
man.
know she hopped up out of bed this morning and did a jig.
100%, man. 100%. But also, I don't know. Hillary has already gone toe-to-toe with Trump. Hillary did technically lose. The people voted for Hillary, but the Electoral College did not.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And we were just talking about this last night, concerns over who it might be. In all honesty, I think it's only fair that it's Kamala Harris as the nominee, but that fairness is not what this country does. So
I mean, but what's fair? I mean, why is it fair? Just because she's vice president, she automatically gets to be on top of the ticket?
No,
I've heard for years that next in line thing
you didn't let me finish.
Oh, go ahead.
You didn't let me finish. You're just talking over me. I think that
I was asking a question. But go ahead.
I think it would be fair, both because traditionally vice presidents have had the opportunity to run in the primaries. She didn't have that opportunity. Also, I mean, when Joe selected her, I honestly did think that's just his token primary running candidate, right? Like, I love Kamala. She's from where I'm from, but not everybody loves Kamala. But she represented both the female and the black vote, right? But let's be honest here. America as a whole is pretty racist and misogynist.
Well, of course. I mean, dude, the whole MAGA movement happened because we had a black president.
I know. So
the extra racist got super hype and was like, we can't let this happen again. Let's go the extreme opposite of Obama as we can. And they did. We got Trump. And then you add racism to sexism, and Hillary couldn't get elected, even though she did get the most votes nationally. Now, Zombie says, oh, God, not Hillary. Now, I agree with that in a way because, I mean, they've been bashing Hillary since she was the first lady and tried to do some help on health care reform. They've been bashing her because they know she's a smart lady. Now, maybe she's a little bitchy. Maybe she's an asshole.
That's why she's the perfect candidate for this country.
But how many politicians are assholes? Most of them. And people think...
It's not just that, Jay. How many world leaders are scared shitless of Hillary Clinton?
Well, that's right, because her and Bill will have you taken out behind the shed and put down.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons there's been such a massive campaign throughout her entire career to have her just be blackballed throughout society, because there's a lot of Americans that really don't like.
Well, I mean, you know, all those dudes in Congress in the 90s, all the Newt Gingriches and whatnot, they saw that Hillary had potential, so they were like, we've got to start bashing her now in every way possible. And then they did it for the next 20 years. 20 years of a campaign against a person makes it hard to win, and she still got the popular vote. And I still think, as far as just people being capable, she's as capable as anybody, regardless how you feel about her. She still is capable.
100%. But I don't think she's going to be the nominee at this time. Now,
I don't think she wants the headache. She's beyond the headache.
I think she's done. She's had years now of just chilling, and chilling is great. I wouldn't want to go back to being the most hated woman on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But let's go off of what we have right now. What we have right now is that Joe Biden is dropping out of the race. He has endorsed Kamala Khan. And so why don't we talk about, right now, potential VPs? What do we think makes Kamala more electorable?
Oh, Mama Whitmer. I think an all-lady ticket. Kamala and Whitmer for the win.
I mean, that would be amazing, but also, you really think this nation is going to do that, vote for two ladies? Because I would like to see Buttigieg, but I don't think the nation will vote for a lady and a gay man.
And a gay dude. I mean,
So-
I hear you.
I've seen a lot of push on Twitter right now calling for a Kamala Newsom ticket, which I would vote for in a heartbeat.
But-
That being said, that's a California ticket, and the majority of America, fun fact, hates California. I know this as a Californian. I've heard so many times, oh, you're from California, but you're cool.
All right, guys, let's go to the chat. Mac Dave says, I have my problems with Clinton, too, though. I mean, I have my problems with Clinton. She tried to run over me when I was a kid.
Yeah, she did try to hit Jay with her car.
I mean, I was in this youth I grew up in Arkansas back when Bill Clinton was governor, back before he ever announced. Actually, the summer he announced he was running for president, I was in the summer program, got to go over to the Capitol, and I ran to the bathroom before getting on the bus. Well, there was this like driveway that went under the stairs there at the Capitol, and I'm running back out to get to the bus, and there's Hillary like. And had to slam on her brakes or she would have ran over me. I don't know if I was at fault for running in front of her or she was at fault for driving like a Clinton or, I mean, you know, driving like a Kennedy. But, yeah, exactly. Who's to say? But anyway, so I've got my history with this lady too. But overall, I think she's capable. She's as capable as anybody else. I do wish for some fresh blood though. That's why I think Whitmer would be great. It would be a cool time for Kamala to shine, but I don't know if she can actually get the support behind her, though. I think she was, I kind of think she was a diversity hire. I hate to say it, but.
Well, unfortunately, I do like Kamala, although, I mean, here's the crazy part. She's from where I am from. We are both from the Bay Area. I'm from Oakland. She used to be in charge of, you know, running how the laws were handled right here. And fun fact, this is why Republicans should absolutely love her. She is tough on crime. She is no nonsense on crime. A lot of people here thought she was too hard on crime, which I think should be great for the nation. Because we do have some cleanup issues we got to handle. But I am concerned about her ability to debate well. I do think there's a few other people that could definitely debate much better, can talk much better than Kamala. But I do think that who's on the ticket matters right now. You know what I found very interesting, Jay? People have called out for Mark Kelly. I think that might be a decent pick.
Mark Kelly.
Senator Mark Kelly. He's from Arizona. He's a former astronaut, former Navy. He's married to Gabby Giffords.
Oh, the senator that got shot? Or Congress lady that got shot?
Yeah.
I forgot what she was exactly. But,
I believe she was a congresswoman.
But guys, y'all know this is big news. They done got Rachel up in the house on a Sunday.
Oh, Rachel Maddow?
Yeah.
I mean, this is, we found out, and I was like, all set. I was chilling in bed with the cats, like having a lazy Sunday. I wasn't trying to get up. Jay comes back. He's like, it's Jover. I'm like, what the hell is a Jover? He's like, Joe is over. He has ended. I'm like, okay, I guess we got to get up and talk about this. Sorry, kitties. Ain't cuddling no more because it's over. But yeah, I am so surprised over what is going on right now.
All right, with our couple of people in the chat out there, guys, who do y'all think? You'd prefer a more progressive candidate like Katie Porter.
I don't think you know how badly I would back that. I voted for her in the primaries for California senator. I am not the biggest Adam Schiff fan, but unfortunately, Katie Porter, she couldn't even get third in that race. So I don't think America would vote for Katie Porter right now. But dear God, I would love to see her as a president with her little whiteboard schooling everybody.
For real.
I love Katie Porter.
And myself, I would love an ultra progressive candidate. Because, I mean, I want universal health care. I mean, I want UBI, which is way more progressive than anybody's talking these days.
But something we need to be talking about because, oh my God, jobs are about to fall off.
I mean, dude, in another 5 years, all cars are going to be automated, or at least all the pickup cars. So every truck. Hey, Jonathan Hollis, how you doing today, buddy? Thanks for joining us over here on the Sideshow. We're talking about the breaking news. But yeah, I mean, because I think UBI needs to be the biggest issue of the next 4 years.
Well, and let's to be honest, that's what the next presidential election will be leaning heavily on that as AI takes over more jobs, as self-driving cars take over delivery jobs. There is a lot of reasons.
Y'all realize one of the biggest industries is transportation, and nobody talks about it really. But if you replaced all the Uber drivers with AI and you replaced all the truck drivers with AI, guess what? Like a third of our country is unemployed at that point. It'll be like 30% unemployment. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, Trump retained some voters who wanted $1,200. Man, that's the most like mind frustratingly boggling thing about all of this is how easy it is to buy off voters. Trump is really good. People don't point this out enough at lying. He makes up things. He promises that he's going to put more money in the average taxpayer's pocket. He's full of bullshit.
Yep.
He's only trying to court people like billionaires. I mean, he said it. Was it today or yesterday at a rally? He said that he loves Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he said it with his own mouth, gives him $45 million a month. He wants to make sure that people like Elon Musk are happy.
Yep.
They're already happy. Fuck those guys. They have so much money. Why don't you make sure that the American people are happy? And let me tell you, the American people as a whole are not happy that billionaires are able to buy politicians. Let's keep it completely 100. The only reason it's Jover is because billionaires were telling their Democratic senators and House members that they needed to support Joe ending his campaign, or they were not going to fund their campaigns.
Yep, that is
and
a chunk of it.
That is so undemocratic. That is so unfree will of the people. That is so what's the word? Not autocratic. That is oligarchy speaking right there, you guys.
That's a constitutional republic, Annie. I mean, that's what we are. We're not really.
I'm aware, but this only started after what was it called? That whatever allowed PACs to remain, and it was just voted on a handful of years ago.
Oh yeah. Well, it was that wasn't it the
Citizens
Supreme
United.
Court thing?
Citizens United.
Yeah, it was Supreme Court.
Yeah, and since then. Money has been flowing. Up until then, an individual could only give, I think, $3,100 to any candidate. And since then, individuals are still only allowed to give that much, but corporations can give as much as they want, and they can funnel it without using their names behind it. It is ridiculous. The people no longer have a say. And that's one of the reasons I didn't want Joe to drop out, because it just further enhances the fact that we have no say in who our next Democratic nominee is. By the way, you guys, I'm still for the Democratic ticket, no matter who it is. I am fighting for women's rights. I'm voting for everybody to be recognized as a human being, regardless of their race, gender, religion, whatever. I'm voting to keep religion out of politics, all right? I'm voting for the First Amendment. I'm voting for the Democratic ticket, no matter who it is. That's what I'm voting for this year. I don't believe in voting against things, Jay. We've had this conversation. I don't think voting against something is hard. There's pressure. Voting for something, there's motivation behind it. I'm voting for America, man. But this is insane, you guys. This is insane. I've certainly never seen anything like this in my lifetime. I don't think America has seen anything like this in its lifetime. The Kamala memes are hilarious, man. Kamala, bless her heart, man. So yes, and if the ticket is Kamala, I'm voting for Kamala. I'm voting for her. I'm just super curious to see what goes on. When does the DNC go down?
I think we got about a month till theirs.
A month?
Let's look that up to be sure.
Yeah, let's see.
But guys, yeah. Now, one thing I've been disappointed with this whole election anyway.
Yeah, it's 1 month away, 19th, the 22nd in Chicago. All right, you guys, we are 1 month away.
But guys, even during like the presidential debate, also covered here on the channel, guys, Guys, there was not any mention of education except for Joe Biden forgiving some loans. There was no mention of anything to raise up the lower middle class or those living in poverty. There was no discussion on ending homelessness. There was no real jobs discussion. There was no health care discussion. Those are the things that people care about, and not a damn candidate talked about any of them. And you can go back to the pre-debate to when the Republicans were debating amongst themselves, because Trump didn't even show up, and not a damn one of them talked about any of that stuff then.
No, it's ridiculous. Right now, we just play. It's just party against party, and it's riling up your base. It's ridiculous.
Hell, Trump and Biden spent more time talking about their fucking golf scores than they talked about helping people.
I am so glad that we are not going to have that conversation. That was, oh my God, that was insane. I'm really interested. I almost feel like calling up my dad right now and bringing him on. My dad, fun fact, everybody. My dad, super conservative, has voted Republican long before I was born. Earlier this year, during the primaries, he was talking with me. He was like, I think it's pretty clear that Trump is going to be the nominee. And he was like, and I tell you what, if the Democrats do it, if they figure out a way to do it, and by the way, he hates this guy, and they make Newsom the candidate, he was like, I will vote for Gavin Newsom. Guys, father hates Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. I mean, dude, her dad was one of the first people talking about replacing Biden.
And I was just
before
like,
anybody else was talking about
happen.
replacing Biden. So
that's not going to happen. Yeah, it's what's going on right now is just insane. Yeah, Jonathan, they do not talk about practical ways to fix anything. They just want to bring up that ultimate. So yeah, Jay, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think this strengthens the Democratic ticket or weakens it? You do.
I do. I think Joe been a little too sleepy lately.
Fortunately, yes.
I mean, he's old. Now, and don't get me wrong, they're all old. Trump's old.
Trump's too old.
Joe's
and now
old.
we can start talking about how Trump is too old to be in office.
One of my biggest disappointments of the Democratic Party in the past 20 years has been that they have not tried to set up the next generation. We had old-ass Nancy Pelosi. We had old-ass Barbara Boxer. We had old-ass Dianne Feinstein. We had old-ass dying on the Supreme Court.
Ruth Bader
Ginsburg.
We still have old-ass Mitch McConnell.
I mean, well, that's not a Democrat, though.
Well, okay, you're right. I'm just using it. We have so many old people.
I'm specifically talking about the Democrats not setting up the next generation of political figures.
I understand. Okay, yeah, I was...
That's why Mitch McConnell don't make no sense there. Well, but I mean that. Okay, please tell me how it makes sense.
I was just thinking in general, we have a lot of old ass people in politics that keep refusing to find the next generation.
Yeah, that's true on both sides, but
yeah, and I think now's the time, you guys. We really have to bring it up now that Joe has stepped down, because, and I think they should make this a point. Joe realizes that he is too old, and they should now be like, and so is Donald Trump.
Yep. I mean, I would
too old.
I mean, I would vote for AOC. Not that they're going to make her presidential candidate or anything, or vice president.
She got some years to grow, but I could see voting for her in the next few upcoming elections.
But I mean, short of like her getting a little bit of kind of celebrity behind her, and a few other people, there's just not a lot of young out there. I mean, Hakeem Jeffries seems like one of the younger people that'll be out there, doing stuff.
Great.
But we need to have these people set up in their 30s, so in their 40s they can like do big things. Not set them up in their 40s and 50s, so in their 70s they can do big things.
No, they should be ready to run the country between the ages of 40 and 50. Katie Porter is the perfect age right now.
Yeah, Katie Porter, and she's amazing. She breaks things down where anybody can understand it, and we should be keeping that going. That's what the Democratic Party should be doing. But
can I be honest, Jay? My favorite thing about Katie Porter is how she makes people that clearly believe they are big people, makes them look small and uninformed. She talks to them like she's a school teacher, and she's just like, This is why you're wrong. Let me show you why you're wrong. Little boy, go sit down.
I mean, she does
love
mama
Katie
them,
Porter.
and
Does.
she has like teenagers or something, right?
Yeah,
She's
she's
made
a
the
single
comment
mom.
where I'm used to dealing with dumbasses because I have to deal with my teenagers.
Well,
So
and there's so much relatable about her. Remember when Bill Clinton ran, one of his biggest things was that he came from a single parent household, right? And that was so like relatable and appealing to so many different people. Katie Porter, I feel like, has that same thing. Would have been a great she would have been a great comedian. She can break down anything. I love Katie Porter, but I do think they should be setting her up as well for future presidential nominee because dude, she's great. She's good. She has a good version of the fuck you pay me attitude that Trump has. She does, but she comes with like facts and things that she can back everything up with. Trump is just like, fuck you, pay me. And then he lies about everything.
yeah. I mean, I just like the way she proves her point. She will break it down for you in the most simplest terms, where if you're arguing with her at the end of what she just said to you, you are literally the dumbass and everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it. Oh, and Katie Porter,
Yeah, but I still think Whitmer's a big possibility. I mean, I think it could be if they do the end around play and they just pass Kamala up. I do think Whitmer will be a #1 candidate.
and she's Midwest, right? She's Michigan,
or Wisconsin, one of those.
I think she's Michigan, and both are Midwest. But a lot we do need someone from the swing states. She does have after the kidnapping attempt. Like right now, the country's all like, "Oh my God, Trump almost got shot."
Michigan is correct.
Yeah, she's Michigan. I think a lot of Americans can get behind. Oh my God, they applauded to kidnap her, and then I think with that kind of backing, I think this could be a ticket if we had Whitmer and then Hakeem Jeffries.
Oh, that could be a dynamo ticket.
Amazing ticket.
I mean, I just think if they pick out no more corporatist. I mean, there are corporatists. I mean, I think you can go with the most liberal of the liberals. Even Katie Porter probably got a little corporate in her back pocket. But
she went off on how she
don't accept their money, but she knows she got to work with them.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, guys. Y'all know, like, Elon Musk has some of the biggest government contracts out there. Y'all like, but he owns Twitter and Tesla. But he also owns a big satellite network that gives off internet signals, and he owns rockets. So he's got the big government
Trump
contracts.
In his pocket right now. He's giving him $45 million a month. Trump is going to give him every contract that dude wants. And meanwhile, I'm thinking Trump's big thing is about closing the borders and blah, 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 blah. I would think that your #1 goal would be to,
I mean, and let's talk about why they want to close the borders. All right, they want to close the borders because they say criminals and drugs are coming in. Guess what? 90% of the drugs that come in our country, they come right across the border in legal ways. We just don't know the drugs are there.
People that look like me and Jay
are driving them across the border for people.
I just recently rewatched.
Speaking of, guys, anybody out there, y'all hit me up in the Twitter.
Yeah,
y'all need a driver? Hit me up.
But yeah, I just rewatched Weeds a few weeks back, and I was like, oh yeah, Nancy was a drug runner because she was, little housewife-looking white mama. No one's gonna check that. Yeah, I actually do want to work on things of that nature, but it's not about people crossing the borders. It's more about how many of our available properties to live in are owned by, well, corporations and non-Americans. But right now, that's neither here nor there. You're not a Newsom supporter, though. What I like about Newsom is that he can debate anybody. That guy can debate anybody.
Yeah, I would love to see a Trump-Newsom debate because Newsom would actually call him out on his shit.
Every single lie.
That guy comes
prepared every time. I do think, though, that the nation as a whole would not vote for Gavin Newsom. He's just too much of a slick politician and an evil Californian.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
with the exception of the Californian thing, they did say the same thing about Bill Clinton.
Okay.
He's too much of a slick politician.
Said, okay, Newsom signing the minimum wage hike, despite having to be pushed from it, would have had more of an impact. Oh, I see what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, Jay and I were talking earlier today. I was like, I kind of don't want Newsom to run just because, like, this, who knows what's going to happen with this election. I am afraid is the wrong word, but I am concerned about Trump, another Trump term. And listen, America, listen up, kids. You can't be number one in around the world without California. California can be I think we're number 5, between 5 and 7, without America. So
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something to drink, y'all.
Go for it. Would you fill this up with some cold water for me? You are my hero. Thanks, Jay. But yeah, I would rather he be right here with California in case everything does go to shit. Just put him here. It's fine. He's Bubba Clinton. Like, Mac Dave, I gotta be honest. I actually quite liked Bubba. I thought he was pretty awesome. He has more charisma than Whitmer. Correct. I agree with that, Mac Dave, 100%. But we got to find that nice healthy middle. Is there one where there's charisma, but you're not like overly charismatic? You guys remember, what was his name? Howard Dean, that wound up losing the primaries all because he went woohoo. Once upon a time, you couldn't be overly charismatic, kids. Oh no. But yeah, I'm very interested to see. I'm gonna go look and see what's trending on the world's worst platform, Twitter. You can call it whatever you want to. I will call it by its given name. At number 1 is Kamala Harris trending. Big surprise there. Big surprise. What do we got here? We got it's all the same thing. Oh, well, someone says Kamala Harris is the 47th president of the United States, calling it now. We shall see. I'm not optimistic. I'm still really nervous. This is still going to be a close race, in my opinion, you guys. It's going to be super close. After that, we've got Mr. President, the Dems. The Dems. Trending number 3. Someone that I don't know says, the absolute banter outcome now is for the Dems to run on Trump's age and mental capacity to do the job. I was just saying the same thing. Kieran Pedley. I was just saying the exact same thing. Oh, that's funny. Naysayer Police says, VP Joyce is for the Dems. They have a picture that just says, trustworthy whites.
Oh, yeah, scroll.
I'm sad that that's almost true. Like, you know that there has to be like a white dude on the ticket because America can't seem to see beyond what's on a person's skin. That's, whatevs. But I do think a Whitmer Jeffries ticket could possibly seal the deal. Could happen. Followed by the Dems is Democratic. That's going to be the exact same thing. Shapiro. Now, here's something I know I've seen a lot of people talk about. I think his name is Josh Shapiro. Who is Josh Shapiro? Yeah, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. If they keep that from spreading, they might win over low-income voters. All right, so I'm going to look up Josh Shapiro. There's a lot of people I've seen calling for this dude, and I know absolutely nothing about him. Let's see. Wikipedia page, bruh. Do. Yeah, do. Born in 1973. Okay, so he's not that old. Is the 48th governor of Pennsylvania. He's been there since just last year. That's a little fresh to run and jump to presidency. I'm about to get to that. served as the 50th Pennsylvania Attorney General from 2017 to 2023. That's not very long either. He's a member of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners from 2012 to 2017. So it looks like he's still relatively fresh. Well, no, he was a Pennsylvania House of Representatives in 2004. 2004 looks like it's the first time he held elections. Okay, all right. Still want to see, what have you done, dude? What have you done? Because it is important. Josh Shapiro. Go for it. Looks like, oh, he's gonna be. Oh, that guy. Need to like scrub the internet of. Shapiro practiced corporate law at the firm Stadley, Ronan, Stevens and Young. Yes, he's only been that since last year. So he's freshly governorated. Is that a word? I just made it a word. Governorated. That's when someone becomes governor the first time. They got governorated.
Turn my mic back on and get back on the camera here.
Go for it. All right, so what did you do as AG? That campaign promised to restore the office's integrity following Kathleen's resignation. Promised to work and combat the opioid epidemic and violence. It was supported by Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and the mayor of New York City at the time, Michael Bloomberg.
Now what's Trump said? I mean, I'm sure Trump done said something by this time.
He said, it's not true. Joe is still in the race, and he's still too old. Ow, my ear.
With his damn maxi pad on his ear.
Did you see him yesterday? Like, the bandage was gone, and it's just a little bitty thing. But it's the same day Ronnie Jackson was like, I have addressed the situation. He must maintain a large bandage because the blood will not stop. It's superficial. Shut up, fake doctor with no license.
Does he not drop shit on Twitter no more?
Ronnie Jackson?
No, Donald Trump.
He doesn't do Twitter, not since he got banned. And Elon Musk came back, and I think
they've allowed now his account's back.
Oh, I know. He just doesn't use it. Last I checked.
All right, what's True Social saying?
Oh, I do not have a Truth Social account. You might.
I don't have one.
I've never been on it because I don't like being lied to.
Cool. I don't have to log in to see what Trump is saying.
That's good.
Crooked Joe just got knocked out. So now I'll have to do it a fourth time.
Huh? What you just read don't make no sense.
Crooked Joe just got knocked out.
So now I'll have to do it a fourth time. What is he going to do a fourth time?
I don't know. I don't even understand.
What does... Chat, let me know if you understand what that means. What is he going to do a fourth time?
41 minutes ago, Biden's the worst president by far in the history of our nation. Blah, blah, blah. Let's just break these down real quick. Done everything possible to destroy our country. I'm sorry, you were the president during COVID, and you did a shit job.
You did terrible, bruh.
Let's see. The border actually, I believe they've already taken some steps that have decreased border stuff. I know it was what he could have done more early on for sure. Energy dominance. U.S. produces more energy than any other country today, and more energy than ever happened under Trump's administration. National security. I don't see anybody attacking us. International standing. Oh my God. They were laughing at Trump at conferences. And and he was annihilated in an earth-shattering debate. I mean, it wasn't earth-shattering. You're both old as fuck. And now the corporate and radical Democrats, corrupt, not corporate, but the corporate ones are the ones paying for it. So corrupt and radical Democrats are throwing him overboard. Well, I mean, we want to throw you overboard too.
You can't say things like that right now, Jay. You're gonna get canceled. Rip Kyle Gass.
I mean, I didn't say I wanted the bullet to hit him. I mean,
Said you want him to go overboard.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just using his own phrasing right there.
Oh, but you forget, he can say he wants other people to go overboard and die. Nobody else can. Remember? Only that's how it goes right now. Like, you can call for violence if you wear a red MAGA hat, but if anybody else does it, cancel.
Look at that big maxi pad on his ear, y'all. I wonder if those are like super absorbent or...
It looks like a chunk of one of the extra long overnight ones. That's what it looks like.
All right. Nothing else worth seeing on Truth Social.
It was really funny. It's right when the shooting went down last week. We were on our way home from Montana, and prior to that, it was super hot. And I realized that I hadn't brought. Sometimes I chafe, you guys. It happens sometimes. I like to be prepared. I'd forgotten to bring Band-Aids. I took a giant pad and cut it into pieces just in case. Didn't need it. But then we see that happen the very next day. I'm like, it's like he took a piece out of my purse. What is on his ear? Jay means Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell overboard. Oh my God, I love that.
Yes, okay, that was a great movie.
Let me wash in nostalgia right now.
I mean, come on. That was like the 80s version of 50 First Dates. So
that was the first time I was like, oh my God, I want that closet. People like to talk about like Cher's closet in Clue.
Oh, isn't that the one that had like the rotating shoes? Yeah. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen Overboard.
I love Overboard. I just loved Goldie Hawn's character. It was just so over the top.
Let's check out what the punditry is saying out there in the world. Any right-wing websites you want to check out first, Nanny?
Oh, God. Jay, I mean, we should go with the classic. We'll start with Fox.
Oh, we're just going to go Fox.
Well, it's the most rational of those.
I mean, I almost don't think they're right-wing anymore just because, I mean, I think Breitbart and things like that more often when I think right-wing.
Like Newsmax.
They're like centrist conservative over on Fox News now.
Well, I mean, they have lost...
But it's only because we're grading it on a curve.
Well, it's also because they lost a lot of money and aren't going to say certain things anymore.
Yeah, you know, them lawsuits
Once you lose $1 billion+ over the lies that you've spread. Alex Jones hasn't learned this lesson yet, but...
because he was on fire the other day talking some shit.
All right, I'm on Fox. Biden ends bid for second term House as he drops out of his 2024 rematch with... No, I will not allow Fox News to send me notifications. Stop trying to ask me, computer. They suck. Trump reacts to Biden dropping out, asks who's running the country. Biden didn't say he was dropping out of the presidency. I should click on this. It's just the headline. But that's a stupid thing. Who's going to be running the country for the next 5 months? Never mind, it's just as stupid as I thought it was going to be. How did this guy... Did he ever even learn how to tie his shoes?
But that's what
now
Trump
I'd like to
said,
bring in my colleague, senior congressional correspondent Chad Pergram. Chad, your reaction to this earthquake in American politics, and what are you picking up from top lawmakers on the Hill?
From?
It is Fox.
You know, I was told.
Oh, I'm hearing your stuff. Never mind.
By a senior House
trying
Democratic
to
source, and the quote was, "This was unsustainable," and they thought that the president had not been.
Yeah, this is the Trump says Biden is not fit to serve. Who's going to be running the country for the next 5 months?
Yeah.
This is what's playing when I pulled that up.
I think it is significant that the president now has just endorsed Vice President Harris, because there are a lot of people on Capitol Hill, especially the congressional.
Oh, I know, Mac Dave. I'm just talking shit because, like I said, I'm grading on a curve because
or something like
other things have went so much past Fox News
People
I just find it
talking
distracting
about the
talking
concept of
over
having
other
a
talking.
brokered convention. I pointed out to people that it
but I'm
wouldn't
down to just
necessarily
read
be
what
a
was
brokered
said.
convention, but it would be a convention. The idea that these delegates, these people who have
genocide, Biden is out. See, that's another thing that I am thankful for. Biden, I have not agreed with
you. You name me a president since Carter that hasn't been genocidal. Carter was the last non-genocidal president.
Oh, and I wish
this
we
is
could
America, and one of our founding principles is genocide. I mean, not that I agree with it, but it happens a lot. So Trump be doing genocides. Clinton did genocides. Bush did genocides. Obama dropped a lot of bombs.
I love Obama, but he did create a fresh generation of people that hate Americans, unfortunately. Yep. So here's what they were saying. Former President Trump said Biden was not fit to run for president and is not and never was fit to serve. The Republican presidential nominee was reacting to Biden's stunning announcement Sunday afternoon that he is ending his re-election campaign. He is the worst president in the history of our country, Trump told Fox News Digital. There has never been a president so bad. Lies. Big, big, big lies. He is not fit to serve, Trump continued. And I ask, who's going to be running the country for the next 5 months? The former president also reportedly told CNN on Sunday he believed Vice President Kamala Harris would be easier to defeat in November's election. That is true. But that is a silly thing to say. Trump is wrong. Biden will still be president for the next 5 months. In fact, whoever does win this election cycle, Biden will be passing the torch on come January. And he's going to continue to run it. I do hope now that Biden is aware that he's not running, that he drops the bullshit and stops trying to please people. Now is the time to just throw the hammer down on Israel.
Well, I mean, and that's why I've always thought if when you're in your last term and you're at that last 6 months to a year, it's time to show out. That's why presidents, when they are beaten in an election or it is that's why they always, pardon a bunch of folks they wouldn't normally pardon. They do try to sign a few things, presidential orders and whatnot. They've all done it. I just think
now's the time to go ham.
If it's possible, Biden should go all out. He should he should find a few new ways to give student debt taken care of.
He should pack the Supreme Courts.
Yep.
Right now. Just get it on. Just fucking do it.
I think that takes more than him, though.
In his place. Put Netanyahu in his place.
But
put that little bitch down and tell him you stop this. The only reason Israel has gone so hard is because they've got the backing of America.
But that's the thing. Biden come out tomorrow and go, we are no longer supporting the war in Israel. I am no longer sending them any weapons. And due to our investigations, make it look like they've been looking into it more and more. And be like, and due to us investigating recent situations, they're committing a genocide.
Well,
and
the UN
come out strong like that.
Just the last couple of days said, no, this is genocide.
Now I'd like to bring in my colleague, senior congressional correspondent Chad
Kamala.
Pergram. Chad, you're...
Okay. So this just in, kids. Hillary is not running. So sit your butts down. Alex Jones, get out your sweat mop. Stab it, get rid of it, go back to bed. Hillary Clinton is not running for president.
All right, let's see.
She has endorsed Kamala Khan.
Where do we find new Alex Jones statements? Is he allowed on any social media platforms?
He was on Twitter just like last night.
Oh, is he still on Twitter? Okay, let's go to Twitter.
Of course he's on Twitter.
Well, I mean,
Elon Musk loves guys like that. Loves them. But yeah.
Let's see. What's Alex said so far today? 2 hours ago, nailed it again. President Biden would drop out by July 20th.
The 21st.
Then
so
you're
you
an
didn't
idiot.
nail it again.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, almost. That was. You were almost nailing it.
And
you didn't fully nail it.
Yeah, and he said this 12 days ago. So, dude, if you would have said this like back in January, by July 20th, y'all, Biden would drop out, and you said that in January, I would have been like, wow, that's pretty bold. But you did it 11 days ago after everybody's already calling for him to step down. So you're an idiot.
That makes my dad more like foreseeing Alex Jones, because my dad said that back in like February, January.
Alex Jones, go back to teaching us frog science.
When Biden drops out, my dad hates me.
All right, I think it's time to check out Breitbart. Let's see some.
Oh no. Okay, I'm going. Breitbart.
I can't spell it right, and nobody should spell it right. Is that a way they have to spend more money on their pay-per-click campaigns in that section of misspelled names?
Like just how they make their whole webpage look. Well, it's just like danger, danger, fire, fire. Everything's in red.
I use dark mode, so it's a little bit less
it's
burning
still all
on your
gonna
eyes.
Be in red, though.
But yeah, you get over here like this, and you're like, everything's an emergency.
But he remains president.
I know we spoke to your comment there, retired 401k, but welcome. I never gave you a proper welcome, so thank you for coming through.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We appreciate. I mean, here's the thing: we appreciate everybody. It doesn't matter what your political views are. We will. The only thing we say is no hate here. No. Don't care if you don't like people that don't look like you. You can't talk about it here. But
no,
you can
no hate up in here.
Yeah, you can't talk about people's gender alliances. None of that. You can talk about your concerns, but you can't be hateful. All right.
You don't have to be woke in the chat, but if you are hateful, you will get the ban. Speaking of which, Mac Dave, you're over on YouTube right now. I should be modding you. I should go ahead and let's see.
Jonathan.
Yep. Let's see.
So, kids, while he's doing that, I gotta let you know, I rarely look at, I don't look at Breitbart, all right? And I guess if I have in the past, I've chosen to put it out. It's like all advertisements, little pieces of, little paragraphs in between them. Usually when it looks like this, I'm just like, no, I don't even keep reading.
And now, also the other thing, and this might be of interest to Jonathan, we are an open channel here. So if you want to do a report from the street,
you're welcome.
You got a topic to talk about? Hey, there's a cat in my background climbing up the castle.
Yep, that's Michael.
But if you want to be a part of this, come on in. Say what you got to say. We got a Discord. Our Discord is mainly for gaming, but we got the sideshow section. But yeah, if you got something you got to say and you want to get it out there and it's not hate speech and it's worthy of some editorial commentary, or you just see a story that just happened and you want to record a video about it and send it over, we will post that shit. And we'll also, once we get monetized, even give deals out to people who are creating that content so that everybody gets a cut of the pie, Everybody got to eat.
Everybody.
So let's see. We made Jonathan and Mac Dave, and I'm going to go ahead and make Zombie moderator as well.
Cool. All right, so this is literally just other people's and other. This is
Still on Breitbart?
I am.
What story did you click on?
The story is live updates. Biden ends the election campaign. But it's not their live updates. It's like other news outlets updates.
Yeah, I mean.
That's lazy. That's lazy journalism. Not that Breitbart is going away from this.
But all right, this is what Annie's talking about, y'all.
That's lazy right there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody else is the actual breaking news story things. They just are regurgitating blog is all they really are.
So dumb. And this is just, it's all advertisements. It's all advertisements.
Well, A lot of what I'm seeing right here is the accept cookies to view tweet, and actually the tweet of the information that they put up there. That advertisement.
All right. Oh no, I've moved on to their front page, dude.
All right, hey guys, let's go to the other side of the spectrum.
Oh, I was about to go to Newsmax.
Oh well, we'll do Newsmax first, then we'll go on to the other side of the spectrum.
Their front, I have to accept cookies. All right, embattled Biden drops out of presidential race. Not send. I'll go ahead. I'll click on their main headline. Biden, 81, pulls out of presidential race.
All right, we've got.
Nope, we don't want to hear you.
President Joe Biden ended his re-election campaign on Sunday after fellow Democrats lost faith in his mental acuity and ability to beat Donald Trump while endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris to replace the party's candidate. Biden, 81, in a post on Twitter, said he will remain in his role as president and commander-in-chief until his term ends in January 2025 and will address the nation. Quote, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it has been my intention for re-election, I believe it's the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duty as president for the remainder of my term," end quote, Biden wrote. Right, they're really into both his and Kamala's age. Harris, 59, become the first black woman to run at the top of a major party ticket in the country's. Trump told CNN on Sunday he believed Harris would be easier to. I mean, the polls that he likes to quote a lot have said that it would be harder for him to beat Harris, but that's cool.
He believes a lot of things that have no facts.
He says a lot of things that have no facts, and people rarely call him out on it.
And Mac Dave, who is your favorite geopolitical expert? Or if you're gone watching them right now, when you get back, tell me who it is.
Yeah. We will also check them out.
And anybody out there, if you have clips that pertain to topics we're talking about, throw them in there. We'll watch it. Even if it, as a matter of fact, time for TikTok.
Oh, no. We were going to go to the other side of the news media.
We'll go over there in a minute.
But now we're going to go do TikTok.
Yep, here we go. Here's a video of Annie killing everybody.
Give me your block. Give me your block.
That's what I do sometimes. I kill others and they kill me on Annie and Jay Die a lot. But what's important here, guys, is the election. Is this from last night?
No. This is like on our TikTok. I haven't posted any TikToks lately.
How funny. Good night last night.
This is a while ago.
Yeah, if I kill everybody, that never happens. That barely happens.
But then I win. Hey! Winner!
Hashtag Jay sucks.
Annie killed everybody. She killed like 6 people in a row, and then I killed her, so.
It happened.
But hey, we don't care if they a felon.
You've been going back and forth on sharing because he's a felon. Here's the thing. Clearly, having felonies doesn't stop anything, you guys. Our Republican nominee has 34 and counting convictions, right?
Yeah, I mean, good chance there's a felon in the White House soon. So.
Well, also, I mean, Jay and I, we're both very, very pro rehabilitation, you guys. I don't think that once a criminal, always a criminal. I honestly don't. I do think that people can learn, can change, and can better everybody's lives. So I have no problem with listening to former felons, but they have to be former, all right? They have to have admitted their crimes and done things, to resuscitate their image. Trump hasn't done any of those things. He hadn't learned. Fuck that guy. But yeah, post it on Discord. I am so down to listen to anybody because I'm super into. I'm into prison reform.
Yeah, I mean, I think prisons should totally be reformed. That's another thing you never hear any politicians talk about.
Well, I mean, we got to be honest. Prison is the only legal form of slavery that we have in America. It is legal to make your prisoners slaves. We did not get rid of slavery. We just changed it into the prison system. It's very unfortunate. So instead of reforming criminals, they give them, they make them live in hell, and then when they've served their terms without any type of reformation, they just throw them back out there on the streets to commit said crimes again, come right back and be a slave again. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
I mean, I'd vote for Elizabeth Warren too.
I would vote for.
I'd still vote for Bernie Sanders, and he's just as old as any of them.
He's way too old. No, Donald Trump is too old. We need to start harping on this. Donald Trump is too old, and let us show every single instance. And yes, go ahead, edit all those videos to make him look like he's getting lost speech. Like, also, can we start talking about how much do lies? So what's TikTok? What's number one on TikTok right now, Jay?
Oh, I'm too old for TikTok.
Oh, are you too old for TikTok?
Now, I was just scrolling through, and I mean, when I just typed in politics, I was hoping to see like the top videos in the last hour or two or something. But it was giving me stuff from yesterday and a year ago, and so now I just typed in Biden drops out. So now I've got some more recent stuff. All right, here's somebody talking. Here's one with 163K views 2 hours ago. Some dude yelling about Biden dropping out. Let's I don't even know this TikTokers.
Just dropped out from running from re-election. Baby, I had to pull over on the side of the road when I saw the post notification coming in. Now, the people had been saying he was going to be on his way out. I made a video the other day. The people didn't believe me in the comments. I said it's starting to look that way. And the fact that Nancy Pelosi and them, even we heard rumblings of Obama telling their close allies he doesn't think he could win. And the fact that people kept saying, not the ones that outright called for him to step out, but kept saying we're waiting on him to decide. The top Democratic leadership kept saying we're waiting on him to decide when the man told us how he felt, suggested they were pushing him out. And I've been getting text messages from the DNC all weekend from, when you, hold on, let me give a word. When you are subscribed to newsletters and that from Democratic campaigns and candidates and such, I've been getting text messages all week to ask, how would I feel, and I'm pretty sure everyone else has, how would I feel if Biden stepped out? How do I feel about Kamala being in? All the things. And so now we know that President Biden is done. He's not running. Now, I said this before, Democrats, do not fight Kamala Harris's ascension. Black people, which is your base, will ride at dawn with Kamala Harris if she's at the top of the ticket now. Or we can sleep till noon if y'all play in their lady face. Okay? So what we're not going to do is just bypass and overstep the first African-American woman vice president. Okay? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
He just convinced me to get behind Kamala and not
how do y'all feel about him stepping out?
Not be wanting some open convention that's all like broke and going to have 27 votes.
I've been saying it.
We can still win this thing, though, because Kamala has the woman vote. She energizes the youth.
African
Americans will ride with her. I mean, the coalition can be built, but wow.
Wow, indeed.
I just feel like in my lifetime, I've just lived through so many historical political moments. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here for all these moments. Well, I guess the Lord is allowing me to be here, so I'm supposed to be here. But it just feels like a lot. But wow.
Wow, indeed.
Oh my gosh,
Biden was great. Was that wasn't Mac Dave's suggestion? Was
No. Mac Dave I will pull that up next. And yeah, I've seen this dude before, Mac Dave. A couple of times I've watched videos that I definitely have agreed with.
Yeah.
It's Beau of the Fifth Column on YouTube.
Let's check him out.
I got on mute
Internet
first.
people.
Yeah.
Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Beau again. So today we are going to talk about Vice President Harris.
Yeah, we are.
And whether or not she really has the qualifications and meets all of the requirements per the United States Constitution to be President of the United States. Why are we doing this? Because some people get their news from Facebook memes. That's why.
A lot of people get their news
some
from
of
Facebook
you
memes.
Might remember a time when large segments of the Republican Party were requesting a birth certificate from President Obama.
Yep. Racist.
Rinse and repeat. So, the allegation in the theory, the way this meme goes, is that she doesn't meet the requirements because both of her parents were not citizens. Now,
that
to be
doesn't
clear,
mean shit.
I didn't fact check whether or not her parents were citizens. Why? Because
yeah,
it doesn't
for sure,
matter.
Dave.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. The relevant part of the Constitution that all of these people claim that they love and have definitely read says, no person except a natural-born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of President. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained to the age of 35 years and been 14 years a resident within the United States. Harris is more than 35.
Born here.
No person except a natural-born citizen. I mean, I'm fairly certain that Oakland is part of the United States.
That's right. You guys.
I'm here right now.
I was born
makes
here.
her
I'm a natural-born citizen.
Natural-born citizen.
My mama was
End
born
of
in
analysis.
Oakland. She's a natural-born citizen.
So, people are falling for the same type of rumor, allegation, conspiracy theory, whatever, that they have fallen for before. So they get to be played by the same type of thing twice now, because they did not learn the first time.
Yep.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, we are. We're about to have so much. Where's her birth certificate? Bullshit go down
shows
again.
is that despite the Trump campaign's insistence that they know they're going to win in a landslide, if they're resorting to this kind of stuff, those people spreading this, those people buying into it.
No, Jenny Faith. The Oakland was in the U.S.
They're not that convinced. They are not that convinced. These types of moves,
because they can't certify
they
anyone
don't come
until
from politicians who are
the convention
secure
goes down.
in their next election. So, again, can't believe we're doing this. There is no basis to the idea that the current vice president cannot be president. That there's nothing to that. That's not how the Constitution works. That's not the requirement. They've made it up. And many people who definitely are real live patriots and true understanders of the U.S. Constitution fell for it. The sad thing is, while trying to find like the original memes and everything so I could get the information, I found out that this isn't even the first time it was circulated about her. This was circulated about her way back in 2020 as well. It wasn't true then either, just if you were wondering. If those people who you follow, you get information from, if they believe that you will fall for this, you probably want to seek out a different source of information.
Yep.
Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you for sharing this gem with me. I'm going to go give dude a follow.
Yep,
and Tina, I appreciate the sentiment, absolutely. But no, the way it works is now the Heritage Foundation has been pushing a lot of news articles arguing that there are ambiguities in state election laws that could provide an opportunity to challenge a Biden replacement. However, they're very, very thin. And as precedent sets, that they can't even print the ballots out until after the nominees have been set by both the RNC and the DNC conventions. So, no, should not have any problems here.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. As long as it's before the convention, and then even in case of a medical thing, like let's say it's October 6th, and Biden dies. We're used to death here. We're on the Die a Lot gaming channel ourselves.
We
so.
also live in America. Shootings are very normal. We're very used to death here.
But even if that happened and Kamala had to take over the ticket at that point, I'm sure there's like some rules. And hey, Zero, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
What's going down, Zero?
And that you would still be able to vote for the Democratic ticket, and that would be in replace of because of the line of succession. You can't just throw out the election because somebody dies, even if it's like within a month of the election. So
we should be fine. Now, don't get me wrong. I am 100% sure that there are certain states that are going to attempt to make sure that it's not on the ticket, and then it looks like lawsuits will quickly go down, and they will be forced to put them on the ticket. So we are good. We are fine. The big question is how do we get people motivated to get out there and vote? Because this is very important. And guys, honestly, I don't care what side you're on. I really don't. It's important that everybody votes. And I'm hoping this does push people to get out there and vote blue. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm voting for the Democratic ticket. I am voting for women's health, the rights of every American to live freely as they choose, the rights to freedom of speech, for crying out loud. I'm voting to keep the separation of church and state separate, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
I am voting for the Democratic ticket.
And I'm fine voting against Project 2025 by going, yes, I'm for the Democratic ticket. Because, I mean, dude, when you said something about Project 2025, I had vaguely heard of it, and I kind of just I could have just guessed the things that they wanted to do because of it being such a conservative platform. I'm like, I could have just sat there and guessed half of the things they wanted to do anyway. But then he goes and his vice president candidate that Trump picked,
Mr. Project 2025.
He's like Mr. Project 2025. So, I mean, I don't even think Project 2025 was all that like groundbreaking. I just think they put a lot of what we already knew they wanted on a piece of paper.
Oh yeah, I read about that way earlier this year, and I wasn't surprised because, like I said, I grew up in a very conservative household. I do know what the Heritage Foundation is. In fact, I was brought up on their textbooks. Oh my God, that's right. I got the education that they want to instill throughout America. I know what they want, and it is not good. It is not good at all, and it's incredibly. I don't know. It just targets so many individuals, and makes life miserable for them. Oh, your best friend's over on YouTube. Let's go. Welcome, best friend of Tina. Appreciate you.
Yeah, welcome. And Zero. Hey, we're glad you saw this in the Discord and came on over too, man. We play games, we run comedy shows, and me and Annie have always talked politics. We always, keep an eye on things. So we wanted to start a channel that's just for that. That way it doesn't have to, like go into, and Jenny Face is here. So she was confused by Tina's comment. Yeah. That's hilarious.
and hi, Serbian Giant. Hello to you.
Yeah, welcome Serbian Giant, and welcome Jammer Time.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
Welcome. So we wanted to play separate from our gaming sphere and our comedy sphere,
Yeah, we don't
to
do
come
a lot
talk
of
about these
politics
things. That way, we occasionally joke about just whatever might be popping in the news or something, but this way we can talk about it. You guys can join us in the conversations. If you guys ever want to suggest videos or something you see online that oh, dude, check this out. And we can talk. We can talk smack about it. We can talk about how we agree with it. So either way it goes, you know. And guys, a lot of us are never going to agree here. So it's not a big deal.
And that's
just be nice about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of, listen, I know we have a whole group of people that talk about making America great again. Can we talk about some of the things that do make America great? And I do feel that one of the most amazing things that does make America great is that we can have differing opinions. And yeah, on the news, we're all fighting, but some of our best friends are right-leaning conservative Republicans. It is possible to live in this nation, and because we do have the First Amendment, thank God, it doesn't matter what you believe. You can talk about it with people openly and not go to jail for it. Thank you, America. It is awesome.
I think I misspelled Comedy Hub there. I call it Camedy
happens.
Hub.
Camedy
But
Hub.
yeah, if you do like comedy, check out our other channel. Me and Annie aren't on that channel. We just do the production and comedian. Annie's on screen a couple times a week just to introduce the shows. But for the most part, it is podcast and live stand-up with a Zoom audience.
Yeah.
And sometimes we even live stream shows in person from other venues as well.
We do.
And we're hoping to expand on that more this year.
Look at Tina. Their brother-in-law is Republican, but voting in blue thanks to Project 2025.
Dude,
yeah.
Hey, her dad, one of the most conservative people I've ever met.
He's voting.
He was actually going to vote blue if they replaced Biden with Newsom, and he said this months and months ago before people were even talking about Biden dropping out.
Oh, no worries, Jammer Time. No worries.
Oh, yeah, we're not funny enough. That's why we don't do it. But we're fun to play games with, so you can also come check us out on our gaming channel as well.
We just run the shows for a bunch of comedians. We aren't comedians ourselves.
That's right. We producers.
Yeah, that's technically what we do. But this show, we like to hang out, talk politics, and know everybody.
But yeah,
so
guys.
We're playing games. Yeah, come on through. We like to play. We play every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. Usually Fall Guys Wednesdays and Saturdays, and it's up for grabs on Thursdays. We like to game.
And guys, if y'all have videos or news clips or anything like that y'all want to check out, let's check this next TikTok.
Let's do it. Let's see what people are doing.
All right, this one's just going to show Joe tripping.
Oh, is that all it's going to be? Well, that doesn't matter. He's not in the running anymore.
I don't want to be alive.
All right, here we're back to Biden drops out. Let's see, 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago.
All right, I'm going to go see what
Well, y'all, it finally happened.
left has to...
Joe Biden dropped out of the presidential race.
Oh, I did pull a Puffington Post. That was where I was going to go.
I hope it don't sound ridiculous.
Since we were doing right-wing websites earlier, I figured we'd do a couple of,
So let me get my ass
some Politico and Huffington Post, MSNBC. See what they're saying.
I did 3 years myself. I'm not fond of that. I also know that Dr. Umar is going to have a cow talking about her husband. And I know that I don't know all the facts. So I'm going to let y'all tell me all the facts in the comments while I get my ass up for this black woman. And I'll review y'all comments and we can talk about this again.
Do we review views if we...
I'm going to get my ass up for this black woman.
I think, do we review other reviews?
You know, I know y'all
Yeah, I'm down with reviewing somebody else's review.
Yeah, so...
You're not sure your tummy is supposed to feel like this. Jammer time. Just breathe. Drink some water.
Deep breaths.
Maybe a little bit of ginger ale. We're all going to get through this together. I remember, we were all alive the last time Trump won. And you guys...
We lived through it.
We lived through it. I think we'll live through another one if it is to happen. It might not be pleasant, but it's only 4 years.
Oh, we're pretty alcoholic over here, too, so...
We do like to drink over here.
And Jammer time, you're drunk right now. Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, hell, that was my first thought when Jay came in and was like, it's Jover. And I'm like, what the fuck is a Jover? He's like, Joe is over. He dropped out. My first thought was, dear God, let's get the whiskey. And then I said, no, let's jump on the sideshow. You stepped on your turtle. No. It's got a shell ready, hopefully. The shell's okay. But less. Okay, so I'm over on MSNBC. The top Headline is Biden drops out of presidential race, endorses Harris. Yeah, I like that. There's nothing about age there. It's just like straight to the point. It's not okay. No! Get him to the vet. Get him there. Yes. We'll help you get him there. All right, let's see. That's just a video. I don't want to listen to a video. I want to read. I like to read, you guys.
So we didn't cover the Republican convention here, mainly because, you know, we had been traveling last week, and then we got back and wanted to recuperate. Plus, it was the Republican convention. I don't know if I could have listened to them for
I watched bits
several
and
hours.
pieces, and I was just like, I can't. Like, it sucks. I am informed enough to know just how many lies are being spewed forth on these stages.
But we will definitely be here for the Democratic convention, and
because I have no idea what's about to happen here, you guys. I have no idea.
Is something going to emerge in the next few weeks, and we'll be checking in.
I think the alien overlords are about to descend upon us and be like, we're going to win the election.
Hey, I'm ready for the aliens to come down, y'all.
We are your new president.
Do you support the assassination attempt? Nobody supports assassination attempts.
But here's the thing. I do support people's reaction to it. I will be perfectly honest. I am sad that Tenacious D canceled all of their events because Kyle Glass, when asked on his birthday what his birthday wish was, that he wished that the shooter doesn't miss next time. Listen, while that's not cool, it's also something that I think a lot of Americans time. And as someone that's super behind freedom of speech, you should be allowed to say that. I don't think it's much different than Kathy Griffin with the Trump head years ago. And she's back on top again. Fine.
And guess what, Serbian Giant? When you send me things like that, you get banned.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
See,
Yeah. No. That's gross.
Yep. Oh, why do I even have links on Twitch? That's even weird.
I was like, how did someone that's not a mod get that?
Yeah. Who do you guys want to see the Dems nominate? I mean, I've got a few people I'd be cool with, but I mean, I would just go ahead and support Kamala. I mean, I heard, I was convinced by a TikToker earlier that's what you got to do. I mean, you know, it really, I think that's the right move right now. I mean, there's a lot of people from Katie Porter to Pete Buttigieg, Whitmer. I would be okay with all of those people.
I think right now with Joe endorsing Kamala, I think it's time to start thinking about who is Kamala's best running mate. But yeah, we did talk a lot about earlier on in this.
Did you click on that, Jammer? What's wrong with you? You don't click on links.
Yeah, I clicked on it. I was disappointed. My eyes feel like they were.
That's why I clicked on it in a different browser than what I have up right here.
Yeah,
so.
we don't. We ain't gonna show you guys the crazy things.
I knew it was gonna be something stupid.
But no, listen. I think there's a lot of capable candidates. But now with Biden's endorsement and the Clintons' endorsement of Kamala Harris, now I'm more curious as to who will run with her. And I absolutely think that I wouldn't mind seeing Buttigieg, but I think there might be just too many racists plus homophobes out there. It might not be a good thing. But we were talking earlier about UBI and how so many jobs specifically transportation jobs are about to be gone in the next 5 or so years. As transportation secretary, I think Buttigieg can absolutely begin prepping for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he already knows how transportation works, what's going to be going on. So I wouldn't mind seeing Pete. Oh, Jenny Face, you shouldn't have done it. We all said don't do it. We all said don't do it. Oh, no. Oh, no. What do people like about Mayor Pete? Well, A, he's a veteran. People like veterans. Come on now.
I just think he's reasonable.
That's another. Yeah, he's a reasonable dude. He's very low to anger and hyperbole, and let me tell you, I love that. I cannot stand the politicians that have those screaming, shouting moments or those angry photos. You're not going to see that with Pete. He's just going to like chill and explain to you calmly what he's thinking. I think when it comes to family values, because dear God, does the right talk a lot about that? That guy appears to be a very good family man. All right. Yeah, I think there's some good things. And then also, Zaz, this is an unfortunate thing, but this is America. Kamala is not white. A white dude. The exception of being gay for whitey white, you know? So I think he could be decent, but I don't think he could necessarily get the vote. I'm thinking, why am I making I'm not. I'm acknowledging what this nation is like, and I would be scared about that. That's all. Because let's be honest, we actually can't as Americans talk about election cycles without acknowledging the state of America. And the state of America does not really like people that aren't white. There were several high-profile infrastructure-related instances, but I feel like that was more, it was coming, it was going to happen because it had already been so long since it had been handled. You accept my apology? I don't know if I was exactly apologizing there. I was explaining, but thank you for your exception of me. End quote.
All right, well, I have blocked links now, so you can't drop links, at least in Twitch. So,
fantastic.
Unless you're a moderator, so, you know, we'll yeah. I don't mind you guys suggesting videos. I'll ask that they be dropped in Discord, though, and that way I can just ban you from there real quick.
That's right. Do it that way.
That was quite disturbing, y'all.
They will never be the same again. Forever. Never ever. Other good candidates. I saw this on Twitter. Mark Kelly, I think, might be a very interesting VP choice. I mean, one of those salt of the earth guys. Well, Jammer Time quite
Jammer is the reason why they exist.
What's going on, 16-bit?
And 16-bit pervert probably would enjoy it too.
Yeah. The name like that. Do you think of your favorite presidential candidate dropping out?
He was never my favorite presidential candidate.
Oh, no.
I was just voting for him because, you know, he's not a Republican, and Republicans, for the most part these days, don't have any good policies.
I was voting for the Democratic ticket. I honestly don't care who's on it. What I care about is the policies behind it and the measures that will be taken to, ensure that our nation is able to proceed forward without an authoritarian figure at the helm, or without many of the policies brought up through Project 2025. I don't want to see those come to fruition.
Oh, I'll be voting for the Democratic Party. I mean, any of the top people that could possibly be the nominee, I'm happy with. So they're all way better than what we're going to get otherwise.
It's your mother's maiden name. You got bullied at school. Please stop. Okay, pervert. And yes, we were talking about an earlier video that accidentally got leaked into the chat.
Oh, it wasn't even a video. It was just a picture, right?
That was not a picture. It was flowing.
I clicked on it so quick, it was a picture. But yeah, that was somebody dropped a link because I didn't have link sharing turned off, and yeah, it was not pretty.
But it's over now. Done with that. But yeah, so yeah, I think Mark Kelly could be an interesting astronaut, former Navy naval officer. From Arizona. I believe he's married to Gabby Giffords. That could be cool.
Who's that again you're talking about?
Mark Kelly. This is all politics. So if you guys don't like politics, that's all we're going to talk about over here on the sideshow because, dear God, there's never been a bigger sideshow than the American political system.
Yep. You have some extreme views. What views of yours are extreme?
That is a dangerous question to ask. It's going to be like women shouldn't be able to vote.
I mean, I have some extreme views. I think all people should be treated good. I think all people should have a home.
I think all people should have access to proper food, water, clothing, and health care.
Yep.
No matter what your views or even what your hobbies are.
Not all people?
I think all people. I think even murderers and rapists should have access to clean water, a roof over their heads, and clothing.
It might be in a prison, but...
Yeah, they're not going to be free to roam around. But I do think, I think those tent cities in Arizona are deplorable. Yeah, even those people.
Who are those people, though? Are you just those people that Annie referred to?
Rapists and
or
murderers.
Do you have a different those?
Yeah, I don't believe people are animals in general. I don't like talking like that because that dehumanizes people.
I mean, the only sense in people are animals is we're all Homo sapiens. That's about it.
At our core.
But we're all still people.
Yeah.
Even the bad ones. And that's the thing. Still a certain level of dignity is given to all people.
Hey, child predators are disgusting, and I agree they should be removed from society. But they also shouldn't be sent to live in squalor and filth. And yes, Tina is correct. There are people who need therapy, treatment, and seclusion from general society.
Usually that comes with something ain't right in their wiring, and there are methods to help with that.
Yeah.
But and there are a lot of people that struggle with that and never commit a crime, and do seek help and are better off for it. So.
Oh, personally, yes, I'm completely against the death sentence. Because you guys don't even realize there's a lot of people that are innocent that get sent to death, get sent to prison.
See, I'm for the death sentence if it could be done right. I think there needs to be a higher burden of proof for a death sentence to be applied. Because in our current justice system, it's not applied correctly. And like Annie said, too many innocent people are put to death these days.
And I think if even one innocent person gets put to death, that's one too many people. And
I'm more on that 1 out of 100 level myself. So I mean, if we're only getting one mistake out of every 100, then I mean, I could probably be okay with that one. But
I am okay with removing people. I'm okay with reformation. I think that our prison system is so broken and so inhumane. Hey, Jammer Time, a lot of people feel the same way as you do, and you know, we all got to live together, so I'm going to go ahead and respect your views for sure.
I mean, I ain't got nothing against people who are for the death penalty. I mean, that's just your view.
I mean, that's
big deal.
Let's be honest. That's, I would say, the majority of Americans' opinions is death penalty equals good for certain situations.
I mean, that's why there's some states where it's legal and some states where it's not. I mean, that's just one of those things. I mean, you're for it for all crimes.
There are so many countries that agree with you. You can go join them.
You can actually move to a country where that's the truth if you want to.
There are some countries that don't go that hard, but they'll like chop off your hand if you steal. You know.
I mean, that's also why if you really like Project 2025, there are actually countries you can move to where the Heritage Foundation has been working for years to change laws in those countries to be more like Project 2025. You prefer Project 2029? All right. You left a message on the channel. All right, I will check that out, Mac Dave. But there are countries you can move to.
Resteam bot on YouTube.
The link is still there.
Oh no.
Please ban and okay, I have to disappear their messages because you can still see it in the YouTube chat. All right. Let's see.
But yeah, definitely not death penalty for all crimes. I'm pretty sure y'all are joking there because you guys, that means that you can go a death penalty for all those that don't use their right blinker when they're getting over a lane to the right. All right, let's be honest here. It means death for you if you forgot that pack of gum that was still in your cart when you walk out the store. There's so many reasons why that is just disgusting.
There, Mac Dave, I put them in timeout for 10 seconds. I think that deleted all of their messages. And then it'll reconnect the chat in just a minute. Yeah, 10 seconds is all it took. But yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. I mean, Mac Dave, you're also a moderator. You can try it out if you ever think of a better way to do that. But yeah, thanks for letting me know that it was still over there. I had forgot. I was trying to look for a way to turn that off in Restream, but couldn't find a way to do that.
Well, glad it is all.
Oh, Tina, I see your comment in the Discord, and I agree.
Odd timeout of bot. I think. Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I thought you might be able to. There is a couple of level of mod as well, so let me make sure I've given you the highest level of mod. Remove as standard moderator. Okay. Now I might have to add you back in for it to. Now I'm giving you managing moderator, which, you can see this yourself on screen. Managing moderator can manage blocked words and change chat modes and live is capable of and capabilities of standard moderator. So now you're like a super moderator or something.
Wait, why is this trending? I'm looking at Twitter again. Number 12 is Hunter. Hunter should not be anybody's issue anymore.
That's right. Who's Hunter? Hunter don't matter.
Hunter who? Rick Wilson says, all those Hunter Biden laptop hearings are really going to pay off now. All right, that's funny. Adam Lowy says, biggest winner today is Hunter Biden. He is now 100% getting a pardon. Oh, no, I don't think Joe's going to pardon him, but I don't think that Kamala won't. But no, I think that would... I do not think that Biden should pardon his son. I would have very big issues with that. I would have very, very big issues with that. That's just close.
Yeah. No calling for
All right, now Mac Dave can tell spot.
All right. Yeah, no calling for death penalty for other people in the chat.
Exactly, Tina. No matter what side they're on.
No calling anybody else in the chat predators.
Yes.
So if you talk shit about Mac Dave, basically, I'm going to time you out and maybe ban you. So behave. This time you just got timeouts.
But yeah. I agree with Tina here. No matter what side they're on, if they're guilty of a crime, then prosecute them at the same level that we, the people, are prosecuted. Correct. And if a jury of their peers says, you're guilty, you're guilty.
Yeah, I mean, and look at how the party that's supposed to be tough on crime handle it when anybody on their side's in trouble. They're protecting Matt Gaetz. They say Trump is innocent. Any other Republican senator, congressman, or whatever gets in trouble for a crime, they don't believe it. They don't want him to resign, whatever. We got that Menendez dude that's a Democrat getting gold bars and getting paid, and ain't one Democrat said, oh, no, he's not guilty. We all said if you're guilty, you go to jail,
sit down,
go to trial. And that's the difference in Democrats and Republicans these days.
Now, I do think the level of fixation, if his dad wasn't the president, Hunter Biden's laptop never would have been looked at in that fashion, and he never would have been charged with any crimes.
Yeah, like the gun crime he got charged with.
That's kind of fucked up.
But did anybody go? No, he doesn't deserve to go to trial. He's innocent. No, we said, hey, if you did the crime, you got to do the time.
Yep.
But no, Republicans are all like, no, our people are innocent.
Oh, it's irritating. But whatever. So, okay. This is all just some people being like, so you're going to pardon Hunter now? And some people like, Hunter don't got to worry no more. All right, I'm over that.
If I was Joe, I'd pardon him on the way out.
If I was Joe, I would not. Well, if I was Joe, honestly, I would wait to see who wins the nomination. If it's Kamala, do not pardon him. Or maybe you do. If it's Trump, you don't pardon him, so you set a precedent for being able to pardon your children. Because you know his kids are guilty of a lot of crimes. His kids. Hey. All right, what else is trending? We've got Bernie Sanders. Bernie, I love Bernie, but also, you guys, let's not.
See, there's also Michelle Obama, y'all.
Like Michelle, but she's not a politician. People really like her because she's great, but she said before she don't want to be a president. She don't want to age like her husband did in that 8 years. Come on now. But all right. What else we got here? I love that Veep has been trending today. If you guys haven't watched Veep before, I don't know what planet you're sitting on. It's a great show. I feel like so many scenes are suddenly relevant from that show. In fact, I feel like they should bring us back another season. What's happening?
All right, so no matter who the Democratic Party picks, none of them would even come close unless they cheat. And then there's a little bit more about Trump and Trumpomanias, but at least this video looks funny.
Yeah, the video's funny.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great.
No. But no, that was so stupid that you got to have really like dumb. Trump and Dana White speak at your convention because y'all aren't manly enough. Let's go get a wrestler that likes to sling the N-word around and another dude who's been known for some shady stuff. Let's have them come talk at the convention because we're not manly enough, so we got to present ourselves as extra manly. That's exactly what happened.
Let's go ahead and okay, can we talk about wrestling? You guys, I love wrestling, by the way. I love it. My favorite thing about it is the pageantry, all right? There is no bigger drag queens on this planet than the men of the WWE. And I think it's hilarious that manly to them is a man that likes to strut around in bright colors with a big old feather boa. Oh, hello, honey, let me tickle you. It's ridiculous. That's not a demonstration of manliness. That's a demonstration of pageantry and a demonstration of covering something up. Okay? And it does irritate me that Donald Trump, a massive fan of wrestling, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Because, me and Annie was watching some DX clips last night.
Hell yeah.
With Shawn Michaels just going down a hall super kicking everybody because somebody said he wasn't controversial enough. He was like, I'll show you controversial. And he kicks like 8 different dudes just walking down the hallway. It was hilarious. I love that kind of stuff.
But it's not serious. Like, you guys, you don't watch wrestling because it's serious. You don't watch wrestling because it's riveting. You watch it because it's entertainment.
Now, it's really looking like, as far as online goes, most people are solidifying, at least their public statements are solidifying. Didn't he tear the American flag on his shirt and replace it with a Trump shirt? Yes, he had. First, he had a suit jacket on over a T-shirt.
He tore the American flag? That is very unpatriotic.
And then he had like some kind of American flag with an eagle carrying a Trump baby or something. I don't know what was all on there. But it was one of them collages that you think they made it after listening to a Lee Greenwood song. But anyway, yes, he rips that shirt off to have a Trump Vance shirt on under it on stage with the crowd going nuts. And I'm like, man, these dudes would love a monster truck rally right now.
Yes, Kat, a.k.a. Prismatic Ascension. They act like birds, all bright and flashy.
Yep.
Oh, and hi, Kat. Shout out to you. Missed you last night. At one time, we were like, we miss our producer. Glad to have you here. But yeah, I just don't feel like Hulk Hogan is a good example of what an alpha male is. He preens way too much. He's more like a peacock, okay?
Ever since he was laying on... Ever since he was on that reality show with his daughter and everything, I'm like, man, this dude, go away.
Yeah. Kat is over on YouTube.
Yep.
Unless I'm mixing people up, but I'm quite certain Prismatic Ascension is Kat.
Can YouTube not see Twitch now, or vice versa?
No, it's up there. Here's Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter's trending. Jimmy Carter is a good man. I don't care what your politics are. If you don't see him as just like a good man, I question what your ideas of what good is.
Jimmy Carter's the best president we've ever had, y'all. He didn't do everything right, but probably the best man as far as a president anyway.
He was the best example of how to be a human. Better than any other president that we've had, I think.
He put solar panels on the White House.
Sold his peanut farm so that there would be no mixing up his businesses in the presidency.
Yep.
When he left the White House, he went home with his wife back to their old home and continued to teach Sunday school. Like, come on, dude. He built up until just a few years back, he was still building homes for people that needed them. He'd be out there.
Jimmy Carter fell down, busted his head, and was out there building houses the next day in 100-degree heat. And Trump got to wear a maxi pad on his ear because he got scratched.
I know. What a pussy.
It's crazy.
Although, once again...
Mac Dave, thank you for the band there, buddy.
Yes, we appreciate that. But yeah, I'm a big Jimmy Carter fan. I am proud to say I was born during his administration. I was only alive for it for like 7 or 8 months, but I'm glad that I can say that I wasn't born during the Reagan administration. I don't remember it, really. That's not true. I do remember, I guess, maybe the second half of his administration, when my great-grandfather died. I thought they looked exactly alike, and I thought he was the president, only it was in disguise. He died. I was like, oh, Ronald Reagan's dead. My mom's like, no, your great-grandfather's. Get it right. All right, so Jimmy is trending. At 99, he's the oldest living president. Oh my God, he's not that much older than Joe. His post-presidency is considered by historians and political analysis to be one of the most accomplished of any former U.S. president. That's probably why I like him so much. I know his post-presidency.
And I know, I think he, you know, people can disagree with me all they want on him being like the best president ever, but, and I say that just because he's probably the best person who's ever been president.
Yeah, continue.
But after that, though, there's no one that can argue that he hasn't done the most and the most things for the people after being president than any president. I mean, I hope Obama can catch up to him, but I don't know. But yeah, it's just crazy all the things he's done for people.
Yeah. Yeah, Tina, I agree with your moms. That he only didn't get elected because he actually tried to warn the public about the truth of the Republican Party, and they used it against him. I actually agree with that.
You know, that's when Project 2025 started, right?
Well, yeah, that's why I know what the Heritage Foundation is. They would send us stuff in the mail because my dad would donate to them back in the 80s. He hasn't in decades, but I used to see it was on their agenda. Who is your favorite president in fiction? Oh, Terry Crews, Idiocracy. That's what we're getting right now, right? I mean, I think he's the funniest president in all of fiction. I love Idiocracy. I might need to watch that again.
I think the best president is Dave, though.
That's my second. That's my second.
I think Dave, because he got more done.
President.
He rolled in there with the budget and was like, "No, we're gonna find the money, y'all," and did it.
Well, no, not just that. Why don't people take a chapter from his book? He didn't just get shit done. He walks in there and he pulls the fucking press in the room with him so that it can all be on cameras, and then goes, Why is making people feel better about the cars that they've already bought such a big issue? Why are we wasting this money when it could go towards jobs?
For real.
And then he forced the rest of the cabinet to see all the cameras around them and go, I don't have a good reason for that, Mr. President. And he fucking fixes the budget. Yeah, you are correct. Dave was great. Dave was great. But I still gotta say, Terry Crews. I don't want that for my own president, but I feel like we're just going in that direction. I gotta rewatch Dave. That's a really good movie. I watched that over and over and over again back in the 90s. That was one of the things I just had in regular rotation for my background sound. It's also the best death of any president in any movie. Right? The president dies while fucking. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Not Dave, but the guy that looks just like him that was president before Dave comes as his lookalike. You know, like Melania, the chick that Trump used to cart around with him when he was president. Not Melania.
Well, guys, I do think it's about time for lunch, though.
I guess. I could talk about this all day, honestly, but my stomach is grumbling. We hadn't even had breakfast yet. We were just like, holy shit. Let's go talk about this. But you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is only our second stream. We really appreciate Jenny Face and Tina and Mac Dave and everyone that came through tonight. Zombie, Zero.
The trolls,
Yeah, because we don't mind trolls as long as you're not disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, we did put the man hammer on some trolls, so
sometimes it is necessary. But yeah, you guys, Kat, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Based on what's been going on, we're probably gonna try to do this a lot more regularly. Yes,
yeah.
Food time. There's a lot of good food in that kitchen right now, so it calls to.
But guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out. Remember, over in the Discord, if you guys see some videos that y'all want us to check out the next time we stream, interesting news stories, drop it all over in the Sideshow Discord, guys, the Sideshow Discord channel. And we will see you guys later.
Oh, and once again, thanks to Mac Dave for giving us Bo, the fifth column. We will be watching more of him, most definitely. And last but not least, no matter what side you're on, you guys don't forget, this is so important, vote. Vote this year. Vote, vote, vote. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.